Hi guys, this is Katie, Adia, and Erin, and we are 29 and chronically online. Before we get into this episode, we wanted to remind you to follow us at wherever you listen to podcasts. We're on Spotify, Google, Apple Podcast, and we want to remind you to follow us on Instagram at 29and.co and on TikTok at 29andco. We also have a YouTube channel where you can watch our video episodes. We thank you so much for your support, and now on to the juicy bits.
Welcome back to our channel. Today we are talking about the infamous and the famous.
The famous?
The famous?
The famous.
And the infamous and the famous. Infamous as in influencers. Get that? Influencers and famous.
Yeah.
You guys picking that up?
I'm with you.
Okay, we're there.
And then like the actually famous as in like celebrities.
Yes.
The differences between the two and just how crazy it is that an influencer now versus a celebrity like in the 2000s are just two completely different worlds, but they get compared a lot. And personally, my hot take is that they are not the same, like at all.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a hot take. I think, because there's a lot of influencers who try to cross over and like they're in shows or they like music has a little bit more leeway probably because there's so many people involved in making music, but they try to become actors and it's like we know you're not.
That's not
we can tell that you started
it
on Vine.
Yeah.
Okay,
like you're cosplaying here.
Yeah.
So I guess like to start off, do you guys have any favorite celebrity that's like celebrity or like a famous influencer that you really like a lot?
Well, okay, that kind of opens the question of, do we count the Kardashians as celebrities or influencers? Because I love them. As we know, we've done the whole ep.
Great
but
question.
I feel like they're kind of both. Unfortunately, like I know we just said you can't be both, but I think because of their show and then with like they are
I think
on
they
social
were
media.
I classify them as celebrities,
Me too.
but only because they built the bridge to influencing.
Okay, that's
Yes,
fair.
I think they definitely like started off as influencers, or like not influencers, but as like
reality TV.
How would I say that they started off? Reality TV, yeah. Reality TV definitely gave them that like leg up, and then they like built their brands, were doing all their modeling, photo shoots, all the things. So I think that, because I was looking up like a definition of like what's a celebrity, what's an influencer, and celebrity was like someone who has
they're experts in their field.
That's the word. It was like expert in like film, music, TV, or like artist, model, blah blah blah. So versus influencer, who's usually someone who like got famous on the internet, so
that's fair, they're probably not experts. Well, then I guess strike the Kardashians from the record, because they're celebrities first. Cody Ko comes to mind because he's definitely an influencer.
Okay.
Like that's how he started. I mean, I don't think he's really too much of a celebrity still.
Yeah, I was so
I think
him as an influencer.
It's also like the difference of like if they're famous, like well known versus like a celebrity.
That's
fair.
Like
because they can be famous. Like Addison Rae is famous, but I wouldn't say she's like a celebrity.
And I think what classifies a celebrity is just the longevity. Like celebrities have made like a definitive like mark in pop culture or whatever, whereas influencers are, first of all, there's so many of them. Like there's such a small amount of like true celebrities, because you can go from A-list to Z-list and it's like like, what kind of celebrity you are. Whereas an influencer, you could be a micro influencer, you could be an influencer like Addison Rae, but like you're still an influencer, and there's hundreds of thousands of other people that are influencers, and like you're not going to be like in a history book for selling a makeup product on Instagram, whereas you were in that movie and it's like, oh my gosh, you're cementing history. So
you got that Oscar.
Exactly. But the interesting thing that I love to watch, because it's never successful, is when influencers do try to switch to try to be a celebrity, and they try to get into music or they try to get into acting, and it's just so painfully obvious that like that's not what you're supposed to be doing. Like stick to what you know.
And it's those TikTok dances.
And it's the
okay.
and that's fine.
It's okay.
That's fine. Exactly. Like you don't have to be the celebrity. And I feel like, honestly, influencers make more money. Like,
they really do.
More.
They have a more steady like income,
Exactly.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And their reach is more personable in that they're able to connect with more people. Whereas a celebrity, it's like, it's always going to be like a figment of like, they're not real, like a Beyonce.
That is the thing.
You
Yeah.
know?
Like, you're like, oh, I know them. Was with them when they like started with 500 followers and now they're at like 5 million or whatever. But like celebrities, you're like, I've always seen you on the big screen. I've always listened to your album or whatever. So it's like, yeah, that's the reach is really one of them, one of the
Talking
defining
about, like,
things.
reach and like the switch. I would like to talk about the D'Amelias for a moment.
Yes.
Because
Please.
like I do think reality TV was like generally a good move for them because what else? Like you guys
You
are
can
not
only
actors.
do so much. Yeah.
Like I've seen the reality show.
Dixie.
You're-
Girl.
No, yeah. And she tried to do music and that was like,
I think she's still trying.
Flop.
I think you're right.
Major flop.
She had that song with Liam Payne though, and it was a bop, but it was a Christmas song.
Oh, naughty list?
Have you heard it?
No.
It's pretty good.
I don't think so.
It's just a bop. But you know, what's Liam got going on? You know what I mean? Like,
No,
that's the
yeah,
thing.
so it's-
he's the one who did a song, Dixie. So there's that. But I
that's
think
true.
reality TV was a good move for them because there wasn't another one. I think Dixie was even in a YouTube show at one point, and there's just like
Yeah,
not
the
much
acting
else
was
out
so
there
bad.
for them at this point. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I think Charlie could do some dancing maybe, but just, like
She was on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, they did.
Yes. Yeah,
That's what I was
yeah.
about to say.
like,
Yeah.
she could work for some artists, like not Beyonce necessarily, but you know,
No.
like she could be on tour with somebody. Like I don't see why not. She's not
Yeah.
that bad of a dancer,
I mean, I just don't see.
Yeah.
but like the fame aspect.
Yeah. And the thing is, they're just famous amongst a very niche group of people, whereas celebrities have like worldwide reach. Like
Yeah, that worldwide.
Priyanka Chopra, like
Yeah.
celebrity,
Yeah.
you know?
Which is crazy to think because Charlie had 100 million people following her on Instagram
Which
or
is-
TikTok, but it's like you could still ask somebody who she is and they wouldn't know.
Yeah.
And that's so crazy. 100 million people.
100
and
million.
you can still find thousands of people who don't know her. It's
Yeah.
like it is niche, but it isn't. Like
It's so weird to reference someone that you think is big and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
someone's
yeah.
like, who? And you're
It's like, I don't know.
what do you mean? Like, and
What
then
do
you
you
have to like
know?
explain this super niche person that like does this thing, and they're like, no idea.
I think Charlie D'Amelio is probably the biggest one because there's a lot of like YouTubers, or I guess YouTubers are big, that like only have maybe a couple million, a couple 100,000 followers on Instagram, and people kind of still know them.
Yeah.
But for her to have more followers, I think a lot of people I don't
Yeah.
know, still don't know her, which is just so weird to wrap your head around.
I know.
Like she's making millions. And
Millions.
Like
With an M.
literally millions.
Yeah.
And it's like there's just so many people who don't know and don't care, and that's fine.
I wish I was the type that didn't care.
Okay, that is so true.
Like, I wish
Yeah.
I was not up to date on like people that make dancing videos and like vlogs and stuff on the internet. Like, it's just, it takes up so much of my brain to
no
just
reason.
know this information. Like, Dixie dated Noah Beck, and then Charlie. I'm like, I'm almost 30 years old. Like,
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
do
That's
I
the one.
know,
I'm
like,
almost 30
that's
years
where
old.
I'm,
Why am I
like,
keeping up with them?
keeping up with the D'Amelios? It's just, yeah, it's crazy. Whereas like with celebrities, it's like everyone else knows about them too, so you don't feel like you're being weird to like know something about them. Like Brad Pitt, like knowing everything that he's been in, you know, it's like, yeah, okay, you're a fan, but you wouldn't call yourself a fan of an influencer,
That's true.
right? Like,
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
I would.
like
I mean,
a
you're
follower.
yeah.
Like I follow them, but you wouldn't be like, I'm a fan of Charlie D'Amelio, you know? Because then it's like,
Yeah.
almost weird. But would you rather be a celebrity or an influencer?
I have no idea.
Take a look.
Probably a celebrity.
What would you be famous for?
I don't know. Probably I'll pull a Kendall Jenner and just walk.
Just walk barely.
Barely walk, just like walk my normal walk and just
Just, that's it. That's it.
no, I don't know.
I
Yeah,
would.
probably a celebrity.
I
'Cause
see
of the-
you more as an influencer
Thank you.
on
Everyone follow 29 and Chronically online.
yeah, maybe we're projecting.
yeah.
You as an influencer.
I totally see you as an influencer, but an influencer like Teresa Goodice on Real Housewives of something, being a wag
Okay.
to somebody And
okay.
then, like, that's where
Wax Miami, I'm coming.
Yes, and like that's where you get like your influencing thing, because you have like your niche thing that you do as a wag, and then you just went up from there. So that's what I
love that.
see you as.
I would love that for me as well.
We're manifesting that for you.
Manifesting.
We're just putting that out in the air for you. I fully believe that can happen. Only because I want to ride your coattails. So
100%.
Oh,
like,
We're some
I'm bringing
reality
the crew
TV.
with me.
I want to be an extra on the show. Like,
I'm bringing the crew with me. Going to lunch with my girls.
I know. What are we
You guys
going to be
just
known
sitting
for?
at the sitting at the restaurant. I'm like, hey.
I would love
Perfect.
that.
Me too.
It's a dream. What about you, Katie?
I don't know. Part of me is like, I'd rather be an influencer because I think you can get away with a lot more and like there's less security concerns maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I would love to be a real housewife.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I fucking
Yeah.
love the house. Like, you brought it
Yeah.
up about the housewife thing, and I'm like, wait, like, that would be.
You're like, that's what I want.
That's it. So I think
Yes.
they're kind of celebrities turned influencers a little bit.
Yeah.
Because they were reality TV first. So I'm kind of leaning that direction because I love a good like housewife moment.
Me too. I
Like,
really do too.
I would love to be I just want to be there.
Yeah.
I'll move to Salt Lake City. I almost tweeted this the other day. We're going to Salt Lake City in a couple months, and I have the tweet in my drafts. I'm like, I will need live updates of Meredith Marks and oh my god, Lisa Barlow's location when I'm there. Like,
Oh my
I need
gosh.
to see them. I need
Press
to meet
send.
them.
That's
You
so
think?
funny.
Press
I
send.
wasn't sure if it would sound like a threat. Like, I need updates on their live location.
You should press send for sure. Like,
Okay.
I think you won't be alone in that
This
aspect.
is controversial, but I fucking love Lisa Barlow. She's so chaotic. The first episode she's in on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, she's like, I only eat fast food. I don't cook for my family. We just, we get fast food and it's a vibe. And she's
love that.
obsessed with Diet Coke. And
Oh, she's me.
She's crazy.
Literally.
Like, well,
Oh, thanks. There you go.
No,
This early in the episode.
it's the caffeine. I had a Prime Energy earlier.
Oh my gosh.
So funny.
But yeah, she was just like, and then there was an episode where she was like, I don't answer my phone for anything except unless it's work related, so the kids can fend for themselves. Her kids are like 12 and 15. Like, yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I'm like, Lisa, I love you.
Adopt me, please.
100%. Like,
Oh my gosh.
she's so chaotic. I don't think many people. Well, she's kind of an icon, but
I
anyway.
do love the Real Housewives of anything. I just think it's so fun.
And they're at a good level of fame. Where
Yeah.
you're like definitely famous. Like BravoCon happened this weekend. People are going. They're taking photos. You're like making your money, but you don't have to be. I don't know. You use Brad Pitt as an example. Like, Brad Pitt famous.
Yeah.
You can.
I think that's what I would want to be, is like that middle ground. Like, I don't want to be uber famous to where I can't
Like, leave your house.
leave my house, or like concerned about like crazy stalkers, but I also want to be like known enough that like if I walk on the red carpet, they're gonna take pictures.
Okay.
I would literally cry if I was on the red carpet and they were just
No, I saw TikTok
like, oh, wait,
last.
Beyonce, like
night.
something like.
Yeah, this lady, she was like, I went on the red carpet and no one knew who I was, and
I think I saw that
literally
TikTok.
I've
just
seen
like
that
all
too.
their photographers are like.
It's
They're just
quiet.
Dead silent. So she's like, I'm gonna go walk a second time because maybe they did.
No.
Yes.
That's rough.
And it was like watching a car crash, because she's like, when like you're gonna do like double dutch and you're waiting to like jump in.
no.
So she's like waiting to go like on the red carpet a second time, and I stopped watching the video. Like, the secondhand embarrassment was just so physically uncomfortable for me.
That's crazy.
Just the fact that you knew that like they didn't know you the first time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
And then
straight
you
up.
went back.
And then you went back as if they suddenly were like, oh, well, like, I would never,
So funny.
I could never embarrass myself like that. So yeah, I would want to be right in that middle ground. Like, you at least know like who I am on the red carpet, but I can still go like run errands and do what I
Yeah.
need to do.
Yeah. That's
So,
fair.
I mean, I've always thought that I would be a celebrity. Like,
Yeah.
as a kid, like I was
No, I get it.
Honestly,
convinced.
same.
I think it's like our like knowledge of everything going on
No,
in pop culture.
yeah.
It's like, it's attainable.
No,
I mean, it is.
I just thought I was gonna be like found like on the
Yeah.
street, or like go on Disney Channel and then just like make
That's
it.
the one going on
Yeah.
Disney Channel. Or like Going to one of those casting calls.
Oh,
and
100%.
famous.
I remember like begging my mom to go to a Disney Channel casting. I'm 90% sure it was a scam, like looking back at it. Like such
Absolutely.
a scam. Because it's like same producers from this show and that show. And I'm sure if you looked it up, it was like the freaking like janitor or something, you know. But which is no disrespect to janitors. They do very hard work.
Absolutely.
But they're not getting you.
No,
that
yeah,
Prime 8
yeah,
PM,
they're not.
Yeah,
Exactly.
EST Central. Yeah.
But gosh, I just remember just being like, I need to go to this. Like, this is my moment. This is my shot to make it. And my mom was like, no. I'm like,
your audacity, mother.
like, don't
Right.
ask me for a handout when I make it. You know, like, oh my gosh. Like, I remember practicing like award speeches or like doing the Disney Channel. I know everyone has done this.
Yeah.
who
Practicing
has
the Disney Channel thing. But there's this new, what I love about TikTok is like people are able to recreate like certain very specific like core memories that you thought were just only experienced by yourself, and then they do it like, and I'm like, how did you know?
It's got 50,000 likes, and you're like, what?
It is just
we're
so
like, we're all like this. Yeah.
it's so funny. But there's this one guy who does this so well, where he's like 3 a.m. acting like I'm a superstar, and I'm talking like on my pod, like on an interview about like my breakup, or like me.
Is his name Ian?
I don't know what
Ian?
his name is.
He does a lot of like me at my world tour.
Yes, it's like the world tour.
Me walking in for my documentary about my famous breakup.
Yes.
Now, are we starting now? Okay.
Yes,
this is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's so good. But I've actually like done that before. Like,
yeah, same.
100 million times. And it's just like,
Absolutely.
when you think about it, it's like, this is literally like so chaotic to be like faking an interview. There's no one in the room. Like, it's just like, and yeah, I mean, I don't really want to talk about that. Like, that wasn't on like the press list, you know? And then seeing like that person make that, and you're like, oh, I'm so glad I'm not alone. Like,
yeah,
this is so bad. But also,
then I'm also like, wow, if I had just made that a couple weeks earlier, I could have had those 50,000 likes.
Exactly. And you didn't want to like embarrass yourself, because if someone's like, no, that's weird, like, you know.
There's a girl who does it too. I think her name's Emily, and she is kind of a little bit famous now. Like, she's been invited to red carpets and like to interview people.
Oh,
and
she's so good. Yeah, I love her. That's the dream, to fake something so much that like you start to do it. Yeah, I would love that. But it's just like, how do I say this? Like, influencers are made, but celebrities are born. You know? Like,
I feel it. I feel it. Yeah.
So like anyone could be an influencer for sure. But like with a celebrity, like you really have to be at the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, having the right talent or whatever. Like, there would not be another Beyonce, because Beyonce did Destiny's Child, she did this, she did that, and then, you know, that's what she became. There's not going to be another Taylor Swift because she did that and that. But with influencers, it's like you just have to follow. You have to follow the track. It's like there's an algorithm that you follow.
All a trend. Like,
it's a
you
trend.
just have to follow the trend, or like figure out the trend right before it's going to happen. Like, thinking ahead, but still being what everybody else is doing, basically.
But that's what they always say. Like, there's like, they have that it factor, and that is so true. Like, when you see influencers with celebrities, I mean, you can tell the difference. Like,
100%.
I can't think of an exact example, but I know I've seen like an influencer like interview a celebrity like, on a red carpet
for
or
like
something,
awards and stuff,
and you can tell. Yeah, it's cringe.
So obvious and very cringe, because it's.
I'm excluding Emma Chamberlain because I think she does a great job. Like, she came to mind when we were talking about it, but not because she does a bad job. But like at the Met, I felt like she was very personable, and so she might have a little bit of it, but she started as an influencer. But
that's true.
There is definitely like a difference.
I can't think of one person that has made that crossover
to celebrity.
Yeah, I mean, what comes
Lil Nas
to
X. I
Who?
think Little Nas X. Little Nas X. No, you know what I mean.
You think
don't know
he's
why
a celebrity?
Yeah, I think he's a celebrity. Have you seen him at the Met Gala? He's dressed as a fucking cat. I don't know. And Emma Chamberlain interviewed him. Like, I think he's a celebrity.
I think that's a tough one.
You think he's an influencer still?
Oh no, I think he's a celebrity.
You think he's a celebrity?
Because he posted
Lil Nas X.
Like, he got big because he posted his song on TikTok over and over until people started using it. So that is like starting as an influencer, I think.
I never thought about that. Yeah.
But he's definitely famous now.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say like A-list, but
oh,
I wouldn't say A-list.
I would. I love him.
I love him too.
Yeah, I'm not saying no because he's like B-list or whatever in your brain. That's not what I meant.
I wouldn't even say B-list.
How far down you thinking?
Maybe C or D. I think there's.
I think people
I gotta
know
look
him.
up the higher. People know him.
Like celebrities would know him.
Yeah,
That's
but
a good
I also
barometer, I think, because if a celebrity doesn't know another celebrity, like that's a little rough.
That's
like that's questionable.
I have to look at the distinction of A-list versus B-list because
A-list.
I think it's just like how many people know you. Like if you go on the street in like literally any country and we're like, oh, Beyonce, like people would know who she is.
Yes.
But if you were like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of like a C-list celebrity.
Taylor Zakar Perez. Like I think he's on the come
There you
up,
go.
but I think he's still
I think he's definitely on the come up, but I think if you said that, people would be like, who? And you're like, oh, like the guy in red, white, and royal blue.
in the kissing booth, don't forget.
That too. True.
It's like, why does this man look familiar?
So A-list is people that our names are so relevant and they're so famous that they do not need to audition for parts. They have the recognition, like
that's
they
interesting.
they don't have to essentially try.
So it's all about like the inside, basically.
And they usually have the starring roles. They get good press and they remain relevant to current audiences. B-list are people who have not had recent hits, but they're still very well known. They have fans, they have followings. These are often teen idols, people who used to play starring roles, but now play supporting roles due to lack of relevancy or age. C-list are those who everyone recognizes when they see their face on a screen, but no one really knows their name. They're hard workers, they get a lot of work, but they're not famous and like instant public recognition. D-listers are talented, but they don't land or get many good roles, or they're a niche character to where they're unknown outside of that. This is also up and comers who are just getting started, haven't had any big breaks, and then based on that, I guess I would say he's C.
He's not A for sure.
He's not A.
He's definitely not A. I would say he's B in between. You said
I'm kind of between B and C, but
yeah, maybe a B plus.
Yeah,
a C plus or a B minus.
There you go.
That's fair. Because I think he's
he's recognizable for sure.
It's not even a scandal in my eyes, but
the
like
shoes.
Oh. Well, yeah. I
Which
forgot
one?
About that.
Got a lot.
I was thinking about the music video where he's like taking the stripper pole to hell, and all the Republicans were
like, yeah.
So like people would know him, I think, because of like that kind of scandal. So
for sure. Know. Well, okay. So I'm gonna name a celebrity or an.
And we're gonna talk about how we know them.
Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna name a celebrity, and then I'd love to know what do you think if they're like an A, B, or C or D list celebrity, and then how do you like. What's like the most recognizable thing?
This could be fun because I
kind
kind of hate random celebrities. So you could name someone and I might be like, hate them.
Okay. So celebrity, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock.
The thing
A-list.
He probably is A or B.
I'm going to go with
He's been in a lot of stuff as like one of the main characters
That's
recently.
True.
Like I think a couple years ago I would have been like hesitant, but I do think
for sure.
But also, I think he, like, from that definition you read, it was like he would walk into a room and I don't think he would need to audition for something.
Yeah. Exactly. People think of him for certain roles.
That's true. Okay. Ellen DeGeneres.
C or D? Well, okay, maybe C because she's not necessarily niche, like thinking of D and she's not an up and comer, but like C because like she's definitely lost relevance.
Oh, she's like been
absolutely.
Yeah. So the relevant
literally and figuratively canceled.
No, truly.
Show and otherwise.
Okay, yeah, I can agree with that. Jennifer Aniston, which is a tough one because she was, I feel like, A-list for so long.
Yeah.
But I don't feel right calling her B-list. But like, what has she been in? That's
say
new? It's the same stuff.
Well,
it's like Friends, and just the fact that she looks great for her age. Like, it's not like
it's not giving anything. Well, let's even look. What has she been in? I'm curious now. I feel like I can't think of anything.
She's been like movies with Adam Sandler.
That crossed my mind too. I don't know. I'm not.
I would still like, even though it's. Like, she hasn't been in a lot recently, I still think she would be A-list because, like, if people saw her name, they would be like, oh, or like her face, they'd be like, oh, Jennifer Aniston, you know?
For sure.
I can agree with that. Really been in much. I'm looking and it's like Murder Mystery with Adam Sandler, Murder Mystery 2. There's other things. Mystery 2. There's other things you guys aren't going to recognize. She voiced like the Stork movie.
What?
Horrible Bosses 2. But we're going back to 2014 now for Horrible Bosses too. So that's already almost 10 years ago, you know? So I think, I don't know.
Okay.
Because
so
she's not really the lead in
I mean, this
10 years ago.
this
A-list.
definition.
Yeah.
The definition was like a B-list was like they now only play supporting roles. And but like if Jennifer Aniston was in a movie, she would be the lead role.
Yeah.
I think you're right, but I don't think she ever gives lead role to me. Like I think about the movies she's been in and I'm like, was that really lead actress material? Like not really.
No.
Yeah.
She's not really giving.
I don't know how she's still coasting from like 90s fame.
It's because like people love Friends.
And they love nostalgia.
Yeah, exactly. It's the nostalgia for sure.
Okay. These are lists of B-list celebrities from IMDb. I'd love to know if you guys agree or not.
If you think they're B-list, okay.
Because this is what quite famous, but not super famous, is what it says. Number 1 on this list is Ansel Elgort.
I would agree with that.
B-list.
I would say even C-list, maybe.
I would say C.
Yeah, he's lost some.
I think he.
The Fault in Our Stars, Baby Driver.
Oh yeah. No, I would say the B-.
Okay.
In there.
He got canceled too.
He did.
Rough cancellation for him. That's why he's not banned. I remember. I don't know. Some of these cancellations, I don't know. I mean, his I do agree with, but sometimes I'm like, I remember this for what? Like, whatever.
Bella Thorne.
On a B-list?
She's on a B-list.
Joking.
Number 12.
I would say...
Personally, I'm thinking D-list.
I'm thinking like D too.
Because like she's kind of niche. She hasn't been in much. She tried to do music for a little bit. She was trying to do the Miley Cyrus thing, but it didn't really pan out. And I can't think of anything that she's been in. I would say niche, probably.
I would say D for sure.
My mom would not know who she is.
True.
Very true. So
and my mom knows people.
She does.
True.
So
she knew Corey Gamble. That's enough for me.
That's big. That's
icon.
He's B-list, we think, right?
He's
Or
B+. For sure.
Okay, B+ for sure.
B+ for sure. Sebastian Stan, 28. How are you B-list and you're in Marvel movies?
I think that's possible. I do.
So many people in Marvel movies.
Well,
so
exactly. How many white men are in those movies, you know?
A lot. Oh,
True.
Let's see. 31 is Selena Gomez.
I kind of agree. A little. Only
actually,
recently. Like, I
of.
would say B, though. I wouldn't go lower for her. But she is trying to coast off music. She released a single, then took it off Spotify. She's, like, coasting on Rare Beauty. But, like, that's not enough to be A-list, I don't think. But, like, your beauty brand. Although I love it. I got Rare Beauty in my pocket.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally in my pocket.
The thing is, she's the most followed person on Instagram.
So she's an influencer.
So is she an influencer?
That's the question.
I mean, she's a celebrity, but like, that's why she's
But
not
what
A-list.
has she done
to
be the most followed person on Instagram?
I'm kind of glad you brought her up. Can we talk about like how people are the victimization thing?
Of her?
Yeah.
All the time?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's crazy.
I
think it's crazy.
Wait, what side are you on?
Not her side.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I was going to say, I was like,
how do I say this without sounding like a cunt? Like,
oh,
not her
whoa,
side.
Katie with the C word.
I mean,
oh my
sometimes I
gosh.
just have thoughts. I mean, I don't get me wrong. Like, I have my moments of like, I love Selena. She's done, some things, and we
but
love
it's
her.
like any time she's like,
she gets any hate, she's leaving Instagram.
I'm
It's
not
like,
doing this anymore. This is so toxic and not right. Like, girl,
Like,
just slog off.
Like you're online.
Just
like,
you don't have to announce it to the whole world.
good.
Like, that's the one thing where I'm
my
like,
issue.
celebs, influencers, you don't need to announce to me that you're leaving Instagram.
like we're
Right.
good.
Even normal people don't announce to me that you're leaving Instagram.
cut to me last week, like, don't ever catch me on Instagram again.
Don't ever catch me.
But I do agree with that because it's just like, you're going to be back in 2 days, and that's going to be
No, for
embarrassing
real.
for you. You're going to be back
you
before the
made
story's over, before
such
the
a big
24
deal.
hours is
Yeah.
up.
Well,
such a
I'm
big
just
deal.
saying, like, that's a part of your paycheck. So you're going to be back on Instagram
for real.
in a couple weeks, and we're going to
Even
move
if
on.
it's not you, it's your intern,
Yeah.
it's your manager. You will
Exactly.
be online.
Somebody will be representing you.
Yeah, she's not leaving Instagram. She's got to post about her new launches and
something.
shit. Like, it's happening.
Exactly.
But
Sorry.
what specifically annoys me about the most recent Selena quit social media is that it was over what she was saying, like, I don't know what to say about Palestine and Israel.
Is that what it was? I couldn't even
She
Yeah.
was literally just like, I don't know enough.
it was a very
information.
neutral, like,
Yeah. She was like, I don't know enough. So I'm not going to basically say anything because I don't know enough. And then it's like, well, hold on. You seem to know
Why
enough
would you even say that?
about like other random ass things. Like, it's like, you know, you have something to say about Haley or you have something to say about, you know, a beauty thing or whatever, but God forbid you have a stance on like one of the biggest like
something that was happening in the world,
humanitarian issues that have gone on in like the last, you know, decade. It's like now you're like, hold on, I don't know enough. Like, really?
That is interesting. And I did actually want to ask you guys like your thoughts on like
Palestine. Oh,
okay. I've seen. We're good.
Okay, yeah, we're on the same
I think
page
we're all
then.
on the same side here.
Okay.
I think we're all
But like there are a lot of people online. I don't know if it's like an official cancellation or not, but like kind of canceling people over. And I think this is one of those bigger moments. But like there are a lot of little moments that people are like canceling for because like they believe this one thing, and it's like nobody is ever gonna believe 100% of what you're believing. So I don't know.
No.
Like I do think Israel Palestine, that's a different topic. Like that's way bigger. Like you said, it's like the biggest humanitarian thing going on in the world. So like that is different. But like I feel like I see people getting canceled all the time for just like random takes. Random.
That's the not funny, but like influencers now, the first thing that people do when you start to pop off is they search your tweets. It's literally your Twitter name plus the N-word plus you know a homophobic slur. Like that's the first. I mean, I've done it before. Like when I've checked like someone that I like started to be into and be like, hold on, let me check the receipts.
Let me just see. Yeah,
let me just see. Which is like crazy that they didn't clear their social media before they got.
I do wonder about that
like,
all the time.
Now at this point, if you still have like your N-word tweets up, you deserved it.
Yeah,
you deserved it.
Honestly, I actually 100% agree with that because we know how it goes.
Exactly.
Like we have been.
You've
here
seen it time and time
times.
again. Like it happens. People get canceled over like liking a tweet, retweeting a tweet, and then tweeting a tweet.
No,
you have these crazy tweets, and you want to get famous.
Like recently, I don't know if you guys know London and Olivia. They're a lesbian couple. They just got married.
Oh yeah,
and someone was holding on to their racist tweets to release them on their wedding day. So the tweets have been there, right?
Oh, I did hear a little bit about like there was something going on their wedding.
They got married. It was like highly anticipated, like big wedding. And then the same day, someone was just like,
here they are.
Release the floodgate of like all of her old racist tweets. And then they on their honeymoon, they had to make first of all, they didn't even post it like on anything. It was a story. So like it was gone after 24 hours of them like addressing it. And it was so funny just watching everyone be like, whoever did this, you really, really like
held a grudge.
Yeah, like something. But it's like that should be the first thing your manager does if 100%. You're an influencer is search any and everything. Like with Time Hop, when I used to have Time Hop and I would get something that I posted on a Facebook that was highly questionable, delete, like thank the Lord for Time Hop.
That's what I do. Not that I like was posting anything questionable, just anything cringe.
Yeah.
And just anything
too.
like I was like, delete, you won't see me. There we go.
No, because back then, like when Facebook had just come out, it was like literally posting. It was literally what's on your mind. Yeah. Shit posting.
It's like Aaron thinks blah blah blah. Yeah.
There were times where I was being like super like misogynistic on there. I'm saying like women belong in the kitchen. I'm gonna go make a sandwich. Like stuff like that. And it's just not misogynistic, but
so
like
you weren't like typing paragraphs.
No. I was just doing like the stupid like jokes of like go you know in the kitchen making a sandwich like how where a woman should be, like stuff like that. And then I read it now, I'm like, why would I ever say that?
Like to the general public, like
to the general, like out there. But I can't. I mean, there's that level of like just being a kid on the internet and being able to freely post your thoughts, and then there's like you're saying the N-word, like you are like you're like actually like in the thick of like hard R,
and you're 30.
Yeah, like that's a little bit different. But also, why did you not delete that? Like, come on. I think about that a lot when tweets come out. I'm like, why you hired the wrong person? Yeah,
or like
100%, or they did it on purpose. Like
true,
like it's just it doesn't make any sense. But okay, back to the B list. Selena Gomez,
that opened a can of worms.
It really did.
That really did.
I'm trying to think. James Marsden.
I would agree with
he's
that.
B-list.
I would say he's B-list.
We all said he deserves a better career than he got. He
really did.
He did, and he was just coming around when the curly-haired white men came out.
Yeah,
and
gosh, just
I wish better for him.
He looks just like every other bitch.
Yeah.
Kiki Palmer. I think she's A.
No, I could see that.
I think she's coasting up to A for sure.
If not A, B plus for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say B plus.
In recent last 6 months or so, definitely. Which is, yeah.
100%.
Did you guys see that Sean Evans said he had a crush on her?
Who?
Like the guy from Hot Ones?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I love that.
No.
Yeah, Amelia, the girl who does Chicken Shop Date, they had an episode and she was like, have you ever had a crush on a guest? And he's like, yeah, do you want to guess who it is? And he told her it was Kiki Palmer. And it's
Who
so
said
cute.
that? Who said that?
The guy who does the hot ones?
Yeah, like
he
with
has
the
a
hot
crush
chicken
on
wings?
Kiki?
Yeah. I know, it's cute. It's like funny.
Oh,
I loved it.
I thought you said Hot Rod, and I'm like, I do not remember him in Hot Rod.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just racking my brain.
The bald man.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know who he was in Hot Rod.
I love Kiki.
I love her too. For some reason, Wesley Snipes is on here.
Who is that?
62.
I don't know that man.
You don't know Wesley Snipes?
I don't know him.
He's Blade.
I don't know that man.
Okay. Oh my
There's
gosh.
always one of those in these
It's like some
episodes.
really. Okay, first of all,
He was on the People's Sexiest Men TikTok.
Wesley Snipes?
For 61.
When I got
Snipes?
to the 60s, I was like, I can't do this anymore. Half these men do not deserve to be on this list.
Exactly. It was so bad.
Okay, first of all, so he's number 62 on this list. Number 66 on B list, which I definitely disagree with, the Jonas Brothers. You're telling me Wesley Snipes is before the Jonas Brothers?
Okay, I can see that because I'm literally, me and Aaron are like, who is that man? And then like Jonas Brothers are below him. Interesting.
There's no way Jonas Brothers are B list. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They're not.
You know, you're probably right.
They're
Because
not.
like the divorce coverage and stuff, it's like that was mainstream
It was.
major news.
Yeah, that was A-list, celeb
They
divorce
broke up.
coverage.
It
That
was
was A-list
news.
coverage
The
for
period
sure.
rings, news. Like, it's been new. Like,
I always come back around.
I highly disagree with that. And the fact that Meghan Trainor is 67, you're telling me the Jonas Brothers are one step above Meg. Get out of here. I do not
So
agree with this
funny.
list at all. This is a hot take. Julie Newmar. Who the frick is that? She was an actress in the
Is she
1930s.
Catwoman? It looks like maybe.
Yeah.
You said in the 1930s.
No, literally.
No.
When do we drop people from the B list?
No,
Like,
truly. Like, let's
was she?
Let's reconsider this. Okay. I'm not in agreement with that list, like, at all.
I love that you found that, but also who created
Yeah,
it?
no.
That's some hot take. It's the same people who did the People Sexiest.
No, truly.
Like,
Exactly.
that's crazy.
Oh, I think that list was from 2018. That's why.
Oh,
Okay,
still.
but yeah, I still
Okay, so
don't
I can
agree.
see Jonas Brothers
Well, in
2018.
2000, yeah.
2018, I could see the
Yeah,
B
because
list.
this new list from 2023 makes a lot more sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Okay.
we're working with old information. Maybe we should have
Yeah.
done some research.
I
Adia's reading people off
I'm
from
just-
6 years
We
ago.
just read it and we're just
Wesley
B-list.
Snipes. Okay. Millie Bobby Brown.
Is she on the B list?
She is 23.
because like what else has she done besides
Enola Holmes with Henry Cavill.
Straight to Netflix.
Well, I mean, it was a Netflix show. I mean, it wasn't like it was never meant to be in theaters.
No theatrical release.
I just love Henry Cavill.
That is
I watched
true.
it for him. It was actually pretty good. What else?
I
you know,
just
the
think
thing
that
is she's
if like
locked
a
into
lot of
that.
these like celebrities were like, oh, B-list, like what have they done? I feel like if social media wasn't around and it was just their acting, like they would definitely be like C-list
Yeah.
celebs, D-list celebs, like all these things. But like Millie Bobby Brown, because I'm like, oh, like
She
a
does have
lot
her
of people know
skincare
who she
brand.
is. Like
Yeah.
she has a massive following,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
we're
she
like,
has makeup,
wait a minute, like just
skincare.
take that out.
Engaged to John Bon Jovi's son.
Literally, I'm kind of
True.
obsessed with that. Actually,
I love it.
Yeah.
I was like
I love it.
deep diving into it the other day, actually.
Another couple that just people found out about was Tony Hawk's son and Kurt Cobain and Courtney Love's daughter got married.
Wait, I think I saw
Oh.
that.
Frances Bean,
I didn't see
Cobain,
that.
and then Tony Hawk's son. And I saw a picture of them together. I'm like, this makes so much sense. It's great.
I
saw
love
that.
that.
Okay, so I'll say the top 5. This list I do not agree with either. The top 5 B-list celebrities that they have from 2023. Number 1 is Chadwick Boseman.
Wow.
May he rest
Interesting.
in peace.
Number 2 is Oscar Isaac.
Please. Okay, I kind of agree with B list,
Yeah.
but I don't care. I love it. He's A list in my heart.
Yes. Number 3 is Edward Norton.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
I wouldn't call him 3, like for this. Anyway,
Okay, that's fair.
Number 4 is Daniel Radcliffe.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with B, but like I wouldn't say he's 4. And then number 5 is Don Cheadle.
Wow, this is kind of chaotic too.
That is.
I don't. Sarah Paulson's number 7.
She's higher up than some of those other people, I think.
Truly. I don't know if I agree with that. Hot take.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Interesting.
Okay, so we talked about celebrities, top influencers. Well, the thing is, okay, so there's so many different areas in influencers.
Exactly.
There's like beauty influencers, there's vloggers, there's this, there's that. Do you guys have an area of influencers that actually influence you
Oh, yes.
to do things?
Yes.
Who?
Okay, this one is a little crazy, I think. Like, crazy is a weird word to use, but
Uh-oh.
I follow this company on Instagram. It's called Go Clean Co. And they just clean on their Instagram. And they tell you what they use to clean. And I have bought, like, they talked about the little green machine, like the Bissell, like, steam cleaner.
Yeah.
And I bought it. And it wasn't like a promo code situation. It wasn't, it might have been an ad on their Instagram. I don't really know. But, like, I have learned so much from her Instagram account.
Well, that's like actual influencing. Like,
that's helpful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I almost bought, she talks a lot about like ruggable rugs because they're machine washable. Yeah. And I was really close to buying one, but we also like don't need a rug necessarily like at the moment, you know? So it's like and it's also kind of expensive. So I'm like, if I had a need maybe, but like, it's not really like top of my priority list, but like I was really close. I was on the fucking website. I'm like,
you're about to check out.
Yeah, I seriously, I love them. That's all I have to say. I just feel like I've definitely been influenced. I don't know what else that's the biggest ticket item I can think of that I've like actually been influenced, but I'm sure they've taught me just random things like cleaning your shower, the glass showers, like use vinegar and Dawn dish soap.
That's
and
true.
gets the hard water off. Just random things.
I think for me, I really like lifestyle influencers. Like I like watching beauty influencers, but like I don't like actually purchase anything. I mean, I'll take the tips, but like, buying. But like lifestyle influencers, if I see someone that is like, their thing is like home decor and things, I'm going to go to Home Goods and find that. Or like, I'm going to try to like make the pillow like how they did it. Like I will definitely do those things. So yeah, I love lifestyle influencers. I'm really into gym influencers right now, but not the extreme ones. Like not like disgustingly ripped. But like here's a day in the life, like here's what I actually do, like the realistic ones. I'm totally influenced to do that. I've been influenced to buy like workout clothes and things like that. I think those are like the main ones.
That's
like
interesting because like I can't get into lifestyle because I just like the clutter of it all. I can't live like I can't be influenced to go and buy that decor item because I don't want it sitting at my house.
Oh, I 100% do. It's so bad, especially like the aesthetic ones. Like I can't. I need it. Like I need to.
I'm like, if it's like that TikTok chair, the like crisscross applesauce chair, I've been
like
thinking
might be
about
on my list. Yeah,
I've been thinking about it, and I might be influenced to purchase that.
Me too.
But like, I feel like it needs to be like useful to me and every day, not like, oh, like here are my fall decor thing. Here's my Christmas decor things, kind of thing.
Well, there is one item that has been evolving over the years that influencers have like brought back like every season or every year, and that is some form of a cup. Like one year, like this year it's the Stanley Cup. Like before it was the Hydro Flask. Before that it was whatever. Why is it that people just love to buy cups? Like the fad, like $40 for a Stanley, insane.
Well, you know,
That's
they
wild,
get you with the it keeps your drink cold.
Exactly, but that's what the Hydro Flask did.
It fits in your cup holder.
It's got a straw. If it's in your cup holder, the Hydro Flask does it.
That's
like they
true.
have. I mean, that's the whole tactic of it all, like the marketing. But I know what you mean. It is definitely
there's
like
always like a new thing.
I saw there was on TikTok, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, a lot of people did the like Starbucks cups with like glitter inside of them.
Oh,
and stuff like
yeah.
that. Those were big too.
I love those videos.
They are fun to watch actually.
They are good.
Yeah.
They're really good.
It's giving like the kinetic sand a little bit. Like it's like what? That's what
Yes.
I could be
You know
influenced
what?
by
Yeah.
kinetics, man.
Oh,
Like,
100%.
I'm really close.
I've bought slime before.
Okay, this is not like an influencer thing. This is just like, I am so susceptible to like gaming ads.
Oh,
like
no.
mobile game.
With like the grandma's dirty and it's like clean the grandma.
Yeah.
No.
Scott, like, he comes for me all the time because like there are a lot of them are on my iPad because, as we all know, my storage space is questionable. So I'll be playing on my iPad and an ad will come up. Scott's like, just pay to get rid of the ads. And I'm like, I'm not spending $5. In 2 weeks, I'm over this app. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But all of the ads I've downloaded it just has like the cloud feature, where it's like, just re-download it. I am like that.
That's so
That
funny.
makes a lot of sense that they would like, you're that easily like to get wrapped in like that easily to do ads.
And then I don't pay for that. So they're still making their money because if
Yeah.
I pay for the ads to go away, they make their money that way. If I
Yep.
watch the ads, they're still making their money.
There's no
It's
way.
like,
It's a lose
No way.
situation.
There's this one stupid one that I'm
Cake
over it.
decorating.
Oh no, I've never gotten one of those.
Oh.
It's like that. It's like a king. It's almost like Candy Crush, and you're supposed to like match.
Oh,
Royal match.
yeah.
I
Royal
love
match.
that. I'll tell you what level of that game I'm on because I've been playing for ages.
I have downloaded it because of the ad, but then I don't keep up with that one. But the ads are annoying because the king comes on, he's like, "Help me!" I'm like, shut up.
I play every day. I'm not gonna.
Oh
lie.
my gosh.
I'm on level 4,334. Like that's my Candy Crush.
Aaron.
Aaron's waiting for new levels to drop.
I love it, and then they're like. Because you're building his palace, basically.
For 4,000 days.
You get like
More than
coins and you get like different things. Like yesterday, I was on a roll. I had like an hour of like free life. So I was like, just going. I was going.
I played this Fishdom one, and I haven't played in a couple weeks, so I came back and they're like, "The fish missed you. Here's 12 hours of life," and I was like, "Hell yeah!"
Oh
I think I've downloaded that one, but I was
it's very
like,
similar to Royal Match.
it was
Because you build your aquarium.
I'm shook that that's the level you're on.
I will say,
I love it.
I will get got by an ad, but not like an influencer. Like there are influencers who've done the ads for games. I've never downloaded one of those. Like from a YouTube video where they're like, "Play this game." I've never done that.
Me
it's
either.
Strictly in app.
I don't like
purchases.
super direct like influencing. Like it has to be like
A little more
subliminal.
subtle.
It needs to be more incognito that I'm like,
and,
oh,
like,
I thought of
genuine.
this, not you.
Exactly. Like if you like, that's what I don't like about celebrities is like when they do
It has to
influencing,
be,
it is like an ad. Like you
because
like
you don't know anything about them, so
No.
they're not able to like incorporate it
Yeah.
into anything that they're
and
doing.
you're just like, why
Yeah.
do you have like that Pepsi can so perfectly like picked like centered and and you're like,
Although,
oh my god.
depending on the content, I'm okay with it because like there are creators like Danny Gonzalez and oh my gosh, why can't I think of the other guy? Drew Gooden, like where they do the ad at the end, but you can like skip it. It's at the end, but it's also like you don't have to be on the lookout for it.
Yeah.
Like you can whatever. I like being able to skip. Like I don't know. H3 does this where he puts like something at the bottom that says like the promo code, and it's like great when that's off the screen. I'll just come back and watch what I'm watching, and
Exactly.
it's easier to skip in that regard. So sometimes I do like it because it's like blatantly I know where to go. And depending, I mean, I used an influencer's code for ExpressVPN.
Well, I use their codes all the time.
I'm getting a
Don't
discount,
get me wrong.
baby. I'm getting
That's the first thing I look up is influencer code for whatever I'm on. Because I know they got
new
it.
honey.
Yeah, like that's literally. I know you have it. Like
New honey. Yeah.
I don't even care that I'm supporting you. I just want the code. So like SeatGeek.com, like StubHub.
/ blah blah blah.
No, TMG. Yeah,
The problem
I'm
is
there.
when you already have the account and you can't use another one, and it's like, come on, what are we doing here?
No,
You're getting my money anyway.
exactly. Like
Let
let's
me use the
just
discount.
Let me do it. Yeah, that's Aaron. Do you have top influencers?
I would say I like to look at like fashion influencers because I like to change up my style and see like what pieces are like in style and like not obviously buy the exact one because I don't have that kind of money, but like like do similar ones. Yeah. And then also like the food TikTokers.
Oh
I like
my gosh.
I'm looking at those recipes. I'm like, you know what? That's actually interesting. Or the ones that have gotten me recently are like the Trader Joe's meals where they're like,
oh my gosh, yes.
So
four
popular.
things, 4 ingredients, and I'm like, oh, I can do that. So
100%.
We love
It's funny
that.
that you say that because like I I do some recipes from TikTok. There was, I tried to make gnocchi once. I mean, I got better at it because I made it a couple times. The first time I made it, the girl made it look so easy. She's like, it's a 20-minute recipe. Girl,
I tried to make it one time too, and I was like, this is not it.
My kitchen it looked like a fucking war zone, let me tell you. And
yeah.
I was like,
that's the thing. They do make it look so easy.
Yeah. I mean, and then I made it a couple, because it was actually good. Like, it turned out, even though my kitchen was like a nightmare, it turned out it was good. So like, I made it a few more times after that, and it got way better. Like, it was 20 minutes or less, but I was just like, girl, don't play me like this.
No, seriously.
Like,
show us the real side.
After a few times, it's 20 minutes or less. Thank you. Be real about it.
I do appreciate that, because I feel like I'm not out here thinking about what I'm trying to cook. Like, I love the inspo of it all. Like, that does sound like
inspo
a good...
is what it is.
Yeah. Like, I would love to try to make something similar to that. Or, I don't know. Because I'm not about to make gnocchi on my own. I'm not thinking about that.
No.
I don't know. Just
know where to start.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There is this one local influencer, like in the Hampton Roads area, that she does food. And she went to this Philly place that's across the street. Mind you, this was like my place, right? Because it's across the street from my job. They have Philly cheesesteak egg rolls. $4. So good. And it comes with this sauce. Authentic, right? She posted one day that they had oxtail cheesesteaks. When I say for the next like 2 months, I haven't gotten an egg roll because people were bringing lawn chairs.
Wow.
They were bringing lawn chairs to wait outside the restaurant to get an oxtail cheesesteak, and then it just went crazy
That's so
viral.
Interesting, because like, if you were interested, like, you could have found that just stumbled upon it. I mean,
100%.
But then to have it pointed out and then it turned into what it did, it's just so interesting.
Which I'm so happy for them, because it's like a great business, but also like I just wanted to go in and get my $4 egg
just
roll,
like quickly get it,
and call it a day. And now there's people with freaking tickets and umbrellas and chairs.
The lawn chairs, like, that's so crazy.
For a restaurant,
it's like it came to the point where like my dad sent me a TikTok, and it was like, go find this place, like, and bring.
You're like,
some.
I go there all
like,
the time, or used to.
Literally across the street, like that's my spot. So, yeah, but I don't know.
That sparked, like, have you guys seen Keith Lee on TikTok?
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
I'm obsessed with like what he's got going on.
Yeah.
When he shows up in his car and he's like, as you can see, I don't have a bag in my hand. I'm like, what happened at this
What's
restaurant?
the tea?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah, I love that.
Like,
I also love that he just will
just a
film
dude.
like a millennial. He'll film like a millennial, won't change it. And I love that. Stay consistent, King. We love that.
We love Keith Lee in this podcast.
We really
do.
Atlanta
I was just
really
when you
ran
were
him
talking
down.
about your like restaurant, I was like, that's the Keith Lee effect. Like,
No,
that's
it is. Literally.
Like, I was looking into the drama videos of Keith Lee in Atlanta, because I was just like,
I know.
I
was
love
watching
it.
all of
when
them.
when he gives a good review, and I love that he's a normal dude. He's like, I don't want special treatment, and that's so fair. Like, you just want to be honest in your.
I love that he
review.
like sends in his family, uses
the
a fake
drama.
name. Like, he's not trying to. He's trying to get the authentic like
experience.
food. Yeah, experience in
He's
food.
a
So I was
true
like,
influencer.
Yeah.
Like,
On the
actually.
opposite side of that, people are now using his name
I
to
ordered
order
that.
stuff at the service.
yeah.
One girl was like pretending to be Keith Lee's sister, so they treat me
Yes,
better.
like, which is I mean, if that's not influencing, I don't know what is. Like, that's
Truly.
so funny.
That is true.
Oh, there is that one girl that my favorite things when people become influencers without trying, like they weren't trying to like get people to get into this thing or do this thing. Like with, I'm gonna just name off a couple examples. When there was that viral video of like, damn, Daniel, back at it again with the white vans. White vans were crazy popular. There was recently that girl that went on that date. She ate 48 oysters. And everyone was like, where the fuck are you eating 48 oysters from?
And there was more. It was
No,
like,
it was
and she had drinks. And
crab cakes, drinks, lemon drops.
First of all, eating 48 oysters, that's like so much. Like, you're joking.
Well, I saw somebody try to do it, and she was like, I got to 20 and I can't keep going.
No, but here's the thing, Erin. She was on a date. So her whole video was like, I went on this date and I was eating all this food and he ended up leaving. He said it was wrong.
Yeah. Also, wasn't it like each oyster was like $12
Yes!
or something? Like, it was like
She
so
had like
expensive.
5 plates.
And you're like,
plus crab cakes, plus lemon drops.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Girl, what? And then the line was
You're
out
crazy.
the door for the place for like who like still.
I love that for them though.
Like I wish one day I could stumble upon like
something like that.
something to
Yeah.
I try.
You could have been the Philly cheesesteak
I
egg
could
roll girl.
have been.
You could have.
Oh
Next time.
gosh, yeah.
Well, like you said, it was kind of a double-edged sword in that regard.
It really was, but yeah, I do like when they don't mean to like influence, and it's just like people want to experience that. But
I feel like there's a lot of that out there. There's no specific things that come to mind, but I feel like I've seen a TikTok or something, or an Instagram, probably more TikTok, but and I've been like, I kind of want to try that. But
usually it's like someone doing a review, like, oh my gosh, guys, I need to tell you about like this thing that I just got, and then it like goes out of stock, which is my least favorite thing because I always find it too late. Like always, it's not fun. Like when those yoga pants were really popular, the airy yoga pants. I don't know. They were just people were like really going crazy over them.
Well, because that one girl posted and she looked snatched.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And I was like, well, there we go.
I
sold.
did buy some.
That's the thing is like I'm so
They do make you look snatched. Like to be completely
so
honest,
easily sold.
And
like,
actually, I saw the TikTok and I didn't buy it from that, but then I went. Okay, so here's the thing. Tina and I are kind of shoppers. Like my favorite thing about
Shout out Tina.
Like every episode maybe.
Every episode.
My favorite thing about Tina is that we both love gift shops. So like we'll go like we went to the aquarium with Scott and her boyfriend Austin, and we're like, we're just gonna go in the gift shop for 20 minutes. Like see you on the other side.
I love that.
I'm obsessed. But we go Black Friday shopping because like we're those people. Like we're shoppers. She's like, the Aries pants are worth it, and so I bought some.
Yes.
I mean Tina influenced me, but like I did see those other pieces, and I'm like thinking about it, but they pill.
I bought those
after a while though, so it's kind of like it's gonna happen with anything you wear, I think.
That's true.
I was gonna say I bought the like Old Navy like jumpsuit, the like athletic jumpsuit that they had, but I didn't see TikToks about it until after I bought it, and I was like, oh, this is really flattering and delightful. I'm wearing it actually right now. But
I love that. I love an Old Navy moment. They
too.
get me like once a year because they get like they'll do those good sales where it's like everything's 50% off or more, and I'm like,
and I'm like, I'm there.
Sponsor us.
I fucking wish.
That would be amazing.
Please.
Their activewear,
it's so good.
Yeah,
it's so good. It's so underrated too, and it's like DM so good.
No, seriously, I think we need to do something.
We need to DM Cotton On for those corduroy pants. I was looking at those after we left last week. I was like, Adida's about to influence me.
I try, like, I think that's why I get so frustrated that like I'm not an influencer, because I really do like try to be an influencer, and like not like for social media, but like tell people about things so that they can do it too. When I say I'm a freaking ambassador for Cotton On, like I do
I remember you were telling me about Cotton On too, like a year or two ago.
Yeah,
like,
I
you were like,
hype them up so much, and like people will still be like, oh, I'm like, no, like you need to go there. Please, like I'm trying to influence you. But yeah, I do that for like Cotton On. Something else.
Now I'm thinking about like the scope of influencing, and I think there's levels too, because it is so easy. I'm very easily influenced on Book Talk, or like if any, or on Instagram with books. Like not too much Twitter, people don't talk about it, but like if somebody says something good about a book online, I will probably read it. But there's little investment, I guess, like if it's at the library, I don't have to go out of my way to buy it. Like you're
That's
not
true.
you're influencing me, but also like the payoff is like it's not anything for anybody. It's like the library gets a checkout, but I don't know, that to me, like, it is so easy. It is so easy. I just need to see one TikTok with one quote.
No, that's
and
it.
It's
Yeah,
in my to
literally same. All the books I've read this year have been like, I see a TikTok that I'm like swiping through, and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
should find it, check it out.
Got it.
Where is it?
Yeah, they do like screenshots of like their top 12 books. I'm like, sure, I'll try these out.
No
Perfect.
second guessing, and that's influencing at its purest form.
Truly,
which is great.
Well, yeah, because they're not getting anything out of
Yeah.
it. There are influencers on the book sphere that do get paid to do reviews. You know, I mean, sometimes it is meaningful. Like sometimes it is like it is actually a good book, or whatever. You kind of know usually.
Yeah.
And somebody's promoting Colleen Hoover, they were paid.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
You're not influencing me.
Nah.
Not today.
I will not be got by another one of her scams. Her books are so bad. I don't think you realize.
I don't. I haven't read any
They're
of them.
so surface
I haven't read any of them.
There's one we read for our book club at the beginning of the year, and it was just like so surface level. Like there was just so many, like, I don't even think plot holes, but it was just like character holes. Like, are they like whatever?
Well, they weren't monsters either, so.
Well, I don't read that many.
31
out of 140 books this year. So I mean, I like
Math.
books that aren't just monsters.
That's
what I'm
true.
getting at, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get on my book grind because of you. I really am.
If you want some recs, let me know. You should do the audiobooks.
I did it. I started an audiobook actually. It's
Spotify
great.
thing. I don't know. Usually, I was telling Erin because she was talking to me about books, but one book is like 7 to 11 hours, so you're really only getting one book a month with Spotify, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah,
15.
Because they did open to a lot of books before this happened. I checked because like everyone thought it happened earlier than it did, and a lot of books, like I'm thinking of Jeanette McCurdy's book, you had to pay for it, and now it's free on Spotify. So it is interesting. They have made more popular ones free, so I'm a little
Interesting.
surprised by that.
I was like searching through them today because I was like, oh, like let me listen to an audiobook during work, and they were all still like.
She was working on the podcast, baby.
I said you were working.
I always work. I can multitask. I can multitask.
Sorry, what did you say?
Someone has to.
Look, I spent my whole Sunday doing shit. Anyway.
Me too, sis.
I clocked in and clocked out
on Thursday night.
She's like, okay, Thursday night. See you next.
Picking up the graphic. Anyway, moving on. We'll get no, we'll do it after. What book did you say you stumbled upon, Erin?
Yeah.
I missed that. Sorry.
Oh, I was just saying like a couple like ones that I had seen that it was like that were still paid.
Oh,
that I still they were like $24.99. I was like, no, thank you.
That's the price of a regular book.
Then honestly, yeah, let's
just go buy the book.
Audiobooks I don't think are even that expensive normally. Like from
I was
Barnes
like,
and
Spotify,
Noble.
what are you on currently?
Why would you pay that much for something that you don't even tangibly have?
Yeah. I think about that a lot because even like ebooks are not that expensive. Like if you buy an ebook,
yeah,
it might be $10 max.
Yeah, I was about to say it was like 10.
Yeah, I'm sure there's more expensive ones out there, but like on average, we're talking like $4 to $10. So it's like, and that's, I mean, I guess you still kind of have it, but I don't know, $25. That's crazy.
It was a lot. I was like,
not cash me.
You need to stop.
No. Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens with Spotify. I think they might do a lot of these books for free and then get people kind of hooked on the audiobook on Spotify and then take a lot of it off and say, you know, it's no longer a premium feature or something.
It's money, baby.
It is.
I believe that. One thing I would love to talk about is the dating show to Influencer Pipeline and how we just didn't even we just scanned over it. But people being like randoms being like, I want to go on The Bachelor, I want to go on The Bachelor, and then you know they're just in it to sell fit fun boxes.
And then they get it
and
too.
They are just here.
Right.
Exactly.
It's the same thing. It's any dating show. Because think about Too Hot to Handle. They all became influencers. Love Island. That's a lot of people say that.
Yeah,
you know,
all the
on
dating
show.
shows. Yep.
Yeah. It is so interesting how that happens. Because even though they're on that show, they don't really become celebrities.
No.
Even though it's television.
No.
But they get the recognition and then, the influencing.
And then it's like short-lived.
Yeah. It's just like it's so crazy. I don't even know how that started. Like,
I know. I'm just like trying to think, like, because I feel like
that was one of the first big ones. But
like I feel like I was watching like The Bachelor or whatever in like 2015, 2016, and they weren't like the girlies and the guys who were going on that show like were looking for love.
Yeah,
and they weren't like looking for a brand deal. But then like after like 2018, I feel like, or even 2017, they were all just like. Cause a scene, and then they're like, that's fine, now people love me and I can have a lot of followers and blah blah blah.
That's my issue with Love is Blind, because season 1, those people went in for real. Like they didn't know that the show was going to be take off the way it did. They didn't know anything, and then as the seasons have gone on, you can tell people are there. They match to get like the recognition, the fame.
It's just like,
I don't even know who you are, first of all. Like,
first of all, like you're not influencing me to buy anything, but like I think Love is Blind had its fault of like waiting so long to drop season 1 to see how it did, and then like the experiment was ruined after everybody like saw what it was, and so they like keep trying to do it, but people are like, oh, I can get famous if I just fall in love and blah blah blah, and then we like get divorced in 2 seconds or don't even make it to the altar, like,
or you make it to the altar and say no. I mean, you
exactly.
can do whatever you
want. I applied.
Oh yeah,
I did.
For the clout? I'm kidding. Oh wait, you prepped for The Bachelor. Did you do Love Is Blind too?
Oh no, Love Is Blind.
Oh okay, just The Bachelor.
Just The Bachelor. Yeah.
Oh,
I think that would be a more fun one to go on.
Yeah,
maybe.
I can't wait to watch this new season though.
Yeah,
I'm very excited.
Heartbroken. I
but
never
excited.
really like. I did, but I like there was a handful of seasons. I liked Bachelor in Paradise. I don't know.
Bachelor in Paradise is fun. I used to be like very into it, but then it's like after it was just all white people and no people of color, I was like, how many seasons of this can I watch? Of the same trope, how many seasons can I watch? So I haven't watched it in a while.
Yeah,
very true. Wow, guys. Well, that's celebrities versus influencers. Do we want to do Vixen Loves?
Sure.
I do want to go there, but we'll have to do it. Well, this is a whole nother episode, but like what's Team 10? Like
we have
talked about another.
Yeah, we've talked about that before, but I feel like for our listeners, no, it's coming. We didn't just miss them on purpose.
There's
or
just
on accident.
So much content there.
Yeah, and like Hype House and everything. But anyway, Loves and Icks.
Yeah, who wants to go first?
I can go. Looking at me. I'm trying to think. Let me think. Okay, so my Love Jungkook's album came out.
Which one?
Who?
Jungkook?
Jungkook's album came out.
Nice.
It's fantastic. It's called Golden. I would say everybody listen to it. The new season of Selling Sunset dropped. I heard, binged it and finished it yesterday. Messy, incredible. It was basically the Bad Girls Club.
Ooh. Okay, I love that. I was like,
was a single house sold? Maybe 2 houses were sold, but it was like wild.
Gagged.
It's wild. I mean, the housing, market is a mess out there. So
that is crazy.
Who's buying $1 million homes? My ick happened today at work.
Oh no.
And I'm just like, when you schedule a service, like a makeup service or like a hair service, and like you schedule it, and then like someone changes it. Someone changed a makeup service today for one of my clients. And then after we were like, oh, like this is not the address we wanted to go to. Can you go to a different one? They were like, this is going to work out. And then just canceled and ghosted. And I was like, wow, what do you mean? I give you credit card information. You cannot just ghost on me like that. So people being unprofessional in the workplace, stop. That's an ick. Anyway, 100%. But that's it.
Wow. That's rough.
That is rough. That's real. I'm kind of superficial, but that's like a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my job is superficial. Let's be real.
No, I'm saying mine are
literally in PR.
What? They're
like so like surface level.
Okay.
No, well, you had your phone out, so I wanted to.
Mine are not crazy. You know, if I don't write them down, I'm not going to remember. I'm going to show up and be like, I don't know what I did this week. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like
love
that.
everything, hate everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Just come on the podcast and just raw dog it. Just
it's a rough life out here.
That was what today was.
No, literally. Okay, so my love for this week is just my love for this week.
This is what we get for not being prepared.
No, I'm prepared. I just said I wasn't going to talk about this stuff anymore.
I was hoping
to talk about it.
Yeah.
So the only thing I'm going to say is my love for this week is just effort.
Okay.
I love that.
I literally am usually the person that's doing the effort, and it is so great that someone has come back into the picture that gives a ton of effort.
I was wondering if it was like back or new or
he's
whatever.
back.
Okay.
He's back. Yeah.
More deets later.
Yeah, more deets later.
Not live.
Not recorded.
Yeah. So that's my love for this week. My ick for this week, honestly, I'm just gonna have to say that people that you thought you had like a mutual as actually unfollow, like they had like unfollowed you, and you're like, we're not mutuals anymore. That's weird. So I went through like a cleansing of like my following list of just like,
I love that.
Do they pass the vibe check? Do they not? And I'm like, she's not, like, that person's not on there anymore. And then I go to their page and I see that they're not following me. I'm like, that's weird. When did you make that decision? Yeah. So like, I'd love to know what was the last post that ticked you off, but also like every one of my posts. So like, I'm not surprised, but
you're like, DM me if it's you.
No. Yeah. But
if you know who this is.
Yeah. There's like, an app that you used to be able to use where like they tell you like who doesn't follow you back, but now Instagram will like ban your account. And then, cause it's like a third party app and they don't like allow that. But yeah, just like breaking mutuals is like ill.
I feel like it depends on the type of mutual too. Like if you guys were like active like that, like likes, comments, whatever, or like I don't know, replies to stories, like I just feel like there's a level, you know.
It's weird because then it's like I'm taking back all my likes. You know, like I liked your story the other day, and you don't even.
A story.
You know? That is interesting. That's like you're at the top.
I was just
of
like,
their list.
like
and they know they don't follow you anymore. So
they're like,
so you think I'm a fan? Is like that? Is that what it is?
Right.
I'm not a fan. I'm not your fan.
That's so interesting.
That's my hate.
I love that.
I'm not gonna call anybody.
I did too.
But if you know who you are,
no, you know who you are.
What post?
I know who you are.
So true.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with my ick, I think, because I only have one, and it actually was like the day after we left last week, and I was like, too bad this didn't like happen, whatever, a little bit earlier. I literally cannot stand people who record singing videos in public, so like specifically parking garages. I can't do it.
Who's recording singing videos? You saw someone recording a singing
no,
video?
not in real life. I saw the video.
Oh, okay.
Like itself. Like it made it to like the you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Oh. So you meant like someone at
that you saw.
No. Thank God. If I don't know what I would do, but like when I just see them on my feed, I'm like, funny. That's like weird. I don't know. That's weird to me.
So secondhand cringe.
Yeah, right. I think that's what it is, because it's like the parking garage is worse. Like if people are posting, I don't know, if you're on the sidewalk, maybe you're performing, I don't really care. Like that's fine. But like a parking garage, like you're doing it for the acoustics, you're doing it to sound better than you are. It's like that should have made the hater
theater
episode.
Kid. It's like the theater kid thing of like, oh my gosh, we get it. You're talented.
I should have saved that for our second hate video. Maybe I'll put it back on the list.
Bring it back.
I like can't do it. My love for the week, I have two. One is the TV show House of Villains. Have you guys seen it? It's on E. I haven't watched it, but I've seen
York
clips.
Is on it?
Yes. She got voted off.
She got voted off? Spoiler alert.
It was like one episode that, But I retweeted it. She told Omarosa off.
Oh, I saw that.
I am obsessed.
That was the best thing I've ever seen.
Tiffany called her, the cocksucking, cum guzzling.
Yes.
Tiffany! And then they voted her off.
Wow.
I was like, that is the biggest villain in that
whole
room.
Thing. That's the whole point of the show.
But I haven't watched it yet, but I now that Tiffany's gone, I'm like, do I even want to watch it? I don't know.
Honestly.
One of the best people in reality television. But anyway. And then I do need to shout out Love Island Games. It's on Peacock Monday through Saturday.
Oh my gosh, I do need to watch it.
Yeah,
I haven't yet.
I'm obsessed with it. I mean, I think any Love Island franchise is going to go far. They do have a lot of popular people, like Toby's back from season 5 of Love Island UK.
I'm so upset about him breaking up with Chloe like that, but we move on.
We do
move on.
He is kind of giving good energy. Curtis is on, Jack Fowler's on, Liberty's on. Who else?
Liberty. My name literally means freedom, sir.
Oh, you saw that video. And
I saw the clip.
I just love
I see everything my queen says and does.
Yeah. They just have people from Sweden, France, UK, Australia, the US. I can't wait for Scott to join. I don't know when he's showing up, but
please.
He's
hanging out with Locken right now, so like hurry up.
The filming's
Hop over.
They've already filmed. Yeah. So I think they did that. They filmed it all so everything that gets like all the dumpings and stuff are already like there's no voting, which is fine, I think, because I think they wanted them out of the villa to promote the show is my
fair
thought.
enough.
Because if you're if you have Toby with Ray from America, like they have two separate followings, but like they might see the interaction if you want to watch the show. But Love Island Games, so good, so juicy. Liberty's fighting with an Australian girl right now, and everybody's on Liberty's side. And I'm just like, I'm here for the drama. Love Island, and they have Maya Jama hosting, so we love
Maya Jama. We watch anytime.
Yeah, exactly. They knew that they needed her, and Ian Starling's doing the voiceover, so you know they got the big guns,
the dynamic duo.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people. I never watched Love Island US, but it's kind of making me want to watch because they have a lot of people, and I'm like, I kind of like you actually.
Some of those clips from last season Love Island US like almost had me tuning in.
Okay, they really I think is that the first or second season on Peacock? I think Peacock's revival of Love Island US is gonna take off in the next couple years for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, not enough people are watching Love Island Games. Everyone watch so that way we can get it renewed.
There we go.
Because I need more. Already, I need more.
So funny.
That's that.
That was great.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for listening. We love you. We thank you to the loyal listeners. This has been 29 and Chronically Online. Bye.
Bye.